What's up guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video we got a 2015 Audi Q5. This is 2.0 turbo. I got a wheel bearing and a hub for the front, and I'm gonna be doing another video. We're gonna be changing brake pads. But anyways, it's making so much loud noise. I drove the vehicle. It seems like it's coming from right here, so I got it. I thought it was her wheels at first, but then I'm like, you know what, let me jack it up, let me spin the wheels. So much noise is coming from right here. Check this out. Camera might not pick that up, but bearing here is shot. It has no plate, but the bearing is really loud, so we're gonna replace it. Let's go through the parts. So the bearing is almost $200, so I ended up buying a Bacardi. Good stuff. We got a bearing in here. Okay, this is what the bearing look like. It does have a front and back, so you see, let me open this up. So we got it out of this package. It has 4 bolts inside, and it has an axle bolt. Part number, if you guys need it, right here, Bacardi. Okay, that's the part number right there. So that's what you got in there. The bearing does have a right and left. Okay, this is a magnet. Okay, this is where the sensor reads at, so that has to be facing inward. I'm gonna leave this in the box. So I decided to get a hub as well. Hub comes with new bolts. That's great. So we're gonna compress this. I would recommend you get a hub with it, unless you want to compress it out. Okay, I'm gonna show you the part number on this as well. And hey, okay, so this is premium Durago part number. Okay, and make sure you match this with the axle. Axle fits in it nice and beautiful. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the wheel off first, and then we're gonna take everything apart. Okay, so this little key, you might have it back of your car. It goes in that hole and pops that cover open. We're gonna leave this to the side. You have to take off this with the wheel lock. Key goes on it, and then these come on. Once these off, your wheel comes off, and we'll start removing everything. Caliper, rotor, everything gotta come off. Okay, since I'm doing a brake job here as well, I am gonna punch out. Okay, this might be too big. Let me get a smaller one. So all I'm doing is I'm gonna punch out these slider pins. These they're not even slider pins. I don't know what they are. They're just pins. Okay, it's bouncing back. What is holding this thing? Nothing. They're just in there. Nothing's holding it in there. It's just been in there for so long. They've never been moved. Okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I gotta lubricate this guy. Okay, so I'll figure that part out. I'll be right back. So I went and got another punch, which is the perfect size. That should do it. I will be lubricating this guy, so it's nice and smooth. It's been there for so long. Just don't hurt yourself doing this. Okay, camera's on the way, so I'm gonna try to go this way so you can at least continue to see what I'm doing here. But I need that angle. See that? Being comfortable also matters. Keep dropping my lug nuts. There you go. Once they're pushed back, they just go right in. Just keep tapping it if you want from right here. Okay, retainer comes off. Make sure you don't lose the top, bottom, but it doesn't really matter, but keep it in order. Okay, this is where I'm going to show you a few things, because we're going to compress those pistons, because you're not going to be able to compress it no other way. You got to do it right now. Make sure the top and bottom pins are not mixed up, because they could be different, they could be same. Just letting you guys know, so you don't open any can of worms. So I let you guys see what I'm doing here. So I'm just getting this guy out of there. Corrosion is just not allowing it. So much brake dust and all that buildup, all the magical stuff. When I reach from in here a little bit, but nope, it stops right at the point where it needs to go any further. Okay, trying to invest into some longer punches. Okay, turning this little guy might help me. Wiggling it might help me. All I need is this guy to come out. Okay, I'll get that out. That's some shit right there. But work your magic. Maybe grab it with the vice grip. So I am gonna grab it with the vice grip and turn and yank at the same time. A plier would do the same for you. Ah, come on. Let me grip it at the skinnier portion. I just don't want to create any markings on it. There you go. Throw some lubrication. Don't be idiot like me. Lubrication will help you. Okay. Lubrication time. WD-40 works great. Let's just try and try. Oh my god, there you go. Whew. Coming along well. There you go. It's all. I'm gonna leave it there with the vice grip. Okay, now the critical part. Let me go get 2 vice grips. We're gonna squeeze these pistons outward. Okay, this is a great tip right here if you guys doing brake pads and stuff on this. Okay, 2 vice grips, screwdrivers as well will work. You could do one if you're changing just the brake pads. You could push one in, get a pad in, then do the opposite side. Or you could, since I am going to be replacing both, I'm going to try to get both of them in there at one shot. Or I might just leave it at one and come back to do the second one. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just push them all the way in. Okay, all the way in. There you go. That one is sitting against the wall there. Now time for me to, once you get a little bit groove here, let me use this on the opposite side. You should be able to, you're not going to damage the rotor, don't worry about it. A lot of people will be concerned, a lot of viewers will troll me. That's fine, do so, no worries. What don't kill me, make me stronger. But right now, look, one-handed. Whoop, there you go. Okay, let's get it in there more, and one hand. Both pistons are compressed. You can no longer press the brake pedal and do one side at a time. Your brake pads should just come out like that. The opposite side has a sensor, I believe so. So there's our brake pads. Time for us to remove the caliper itself. So in the back here, we got a 21mm right here and a 21mm in the bottom for the caliper. I'm gonna use a knee pad and I'm gonna see if I can get that out with my impact. And there is no other way because I kind of lost some of my tools. And try your best. A wrench would do if you have one. The impact might not do, so I'm gonna pull probably hand power only. There you go. One is out. The other one, I'm not sure about what's gonna happen here. That was a little too tight. I'll get it off and then I'll show you guys. Okay, the top bowl is so difficult. I got it out. I'm gonna show you what I used. Caliper's coming down already. So much corrosion. So look at the leverage I used. Okay, it's a 21mm. I put this. It's like a wrench on a wrench, and this is where I yanked it from right here. This is 1 feet, 2 feet. This is about 4 feet long here, 3.5 maybe. And the whole thing kind of bent. There was so much force. Whew. That's what it was. Anyways, I'm gonna take this caliper and hang it up here. One last bolt. There you go. Caliper is gonna be really light. I'm gonna go get something to hang this. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, my cord here will do. It's a very light caliper, and I'm gonna hook that over there. That thing is not gonna bother me, so that's where it's gonna sit at, right there. Anyways, we have to take out the rotor. Rotor has a little hex here, so I'm gonna be using this is T27, and it's fucking stripped. You can't win with these cars. All right, I'm gonna bang it out somehow, some way. I'm gonna get it out. All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this over here. I am reusing the water, so I want to tap on it very light. You're just gonna give that thing an impact. I might have to, and that's all I want to do. Okay, I'm gonna give it another temp. Okay, got that baby out. I'm gonna fix up my camera. The rotor is being reused. So what I want to do next is I want to prep everything. Okay, there's 4 bolts. We're gonna take out this bolt, and there's 4 bolts there from the behind. I'm gonna match up the tools, and then we're gonna come back. Let me just show you that. So you do need to kind of like clean and lubricate all of these. Okay, I would clean these with the wire brush so they're easy to come off. From the back, you could get them all out. So we can just need the proper tool. So anyways, let me gather everything, and before that, let's prep everything. Lend your tools. Okay, so right now I need my wire brush. I had 3 here, and look what I'm doing. Okay, my drill is not here, my brush is not here. So this is what you get for lending your stuff to people. Now the douchebag tells me go buy another one and he will pay for it. And why I gotta come out of my pocket right now? You should have had come out of your pocket when you needed it. Anyways, that's how people are. Okay, so that's that. Let me put this away. I dumped my WD-40 here, so just make sure you clean it nice and well. Throw WD-40 and throw some WD-40 over here too, just in case. Sure your bearing can come out nice and smooth. Don't go cheap on this WD-40 right now. Right now is the moment to make things right, so you don't go through trouble. Okay, we're gonna gather tools and then we're gonna continue. Give me a moment. Okay, I just want to show you guys tools. Here's a kit that I had. This is it says M12 on it. I don't have like a size for it. That's all it says, M12 on it. So this thing fits perfectly on the bolts. And what you want to do is you want to tap on these a little bit. Okay, so you give them a little bit of looseness. So you got one here and you got one over here. So I would do them all, bang them all, so they all can be loose right here, and go easy on them. Anyways, that's that. I do have another tool here that's going to be for the axle here. So this thing is going to remove my axle. So pretty much what I have here is a spark plug tools other way around with a 19mm going on top, and that's going to bang that out. So let me just start this, and after that I'll bang on each of these bolts. I will be kind of heating these as well, and that way I have no issues for each one. Okay, so here goes nothing. So I did an axle on the Audi, but the axle bolt never came out, so I had to kind of heat it up. So that was the scenario with that. I did put something inside so it eliminates the space so the socket doesn't come back out. So we're gonna reverse it. So if you need to heat this, we will heat this. And make sure you grab this. Okay, I'm definitely gonna have to heat this guy out. So I'll be right back. So just torch it right here on the neck. It will make the heat go internally. You can't go crazy either, but that's the only way. So if it doesn't come out, it doesn't come out. So I'm gonna just show you guys a little bit of what I'm doing here. And I'm gonna give it a good 10 minutes of heating this, and I'll be right back after that. So I don't know what Audi would use on this scenario. I do got a powerful impact. I got another impact. I tried them all. These usually never come out, but it's all about luck. So coming this far, going back, we can't do it. It's not the option. Everything about these are something crazy, okay? So you got to keep that in mind. You have Audi, you have something different than a Honda, you know. Anyways, give me some time. Let me get this off. I'm gonna put the camera a little out of my way so I have more space to work. Okay, after a few attempts, got this baby. It's nice and toasty, and usually the axle on these is never stuck. Okay, now something that's I'm not worried about as long as the bolt comes out. It's nice and hot. I'm gonna just leave it on the floor. We'll get back to that. Now it's time for me to kind of bang all of these from the back. You're not gonna see that on the camera, so you just put your tool on it and bang, bang, bang. Get them all loose first. So if you get one loose, two loose, three loose, four loose, fourth one doesn't lose and get loose, you don't want to. If you think you're gonna cancel the job, you'd rather not have them all out. Just loose is enough. So I'm gonna get them all nice and loose, and then I will show you guys. So I just wanted to show you guys at least one here. I have one here. It's loose. So what I did here is I used my torch to heat up this end right here. Let me get my light. So I used to heat up right over here, and then I use this 13mm on my tool, whatever fits on it properly. And let me see if I can get this back on. Okay, I'm way far now. It's loose already. So I'm gonna take off this completely. It's kind of no space back here. I mean, you do have space, but it's not comfortable. Anyways, this thing should turn just like that. And I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna do the same thing for the rest of them. And once we have it out, we will bang this bearing out with the hub. We're gonna replace both together. Okay, one little thing I want to show. Here's my little cheap $30 torch. I got mini ductor. Just don't feel like using it right now. So all I'm doing here is giving it a good 2 to 3 minutes on the tip here. That's what I did. I see I got all the bolts out already. Got them all out. I got them sitting on the bottom one is stuck back there. I gotta kind of turn the steering a little bit, and it should come out. But it's loose. So I just want to show you guys what I've been doing over here. So I've just been torching here. The reason why I'm doing it is to prevent the little bolt in the back that are 12 points from being stripped out, because if they strip out, you're pretty much screwed. Okay, that means now you're gonna be drilling, cutting, all kinds of shit. Rather just buy it. This is 30 bucks from Home Depot. Okay, 36 bucks, maybe $40, and it lasts you very, very long. You can even use it on the tie rods over here to heat them. You can use it in any place you like. I use it on the axle bolt. Anyways, I'm gonna heat the crap out of this, and then I'm gonna get it out. Once it's out, we're gonna start banging on this bearing. So I got all the bolts out, 2 from bottom, 2 from the top, and it's time for us to bang this guy out. Okay, so any hammer would do. Okay, when you put this back in, pay attention to. Usually I would mark it, but I don't have a mark right now. Let me just hit it right there so I know that one was on the top. So small taps. There is a sensor behind it, but that sensor is not gonna bother us. So what I'm trying to do is trying to hit it and trying to kind of come this way at the same time. Okay, it already has moved. I just don't have a good angle because the camera's on the way. So what I'll do is, let me see if I can point the camera. My mount is the worst mount in the world. I'll be right back. Okay, that's more like it, but not the best. It's kind of far, but I need space. So this is where I want to get more WD-40 penetrating oil right on the groove that opened up, and we're gonna just keep it banging. It's gonna take a quiet. This is the only way. Okay, we got oil inside, which is coming out of the axle, which means axle at one point needs to be replaced on this baby. But anyways, let me bang it out. Once it's out, I'll show you, because I'm gonna keep banging on this camera. Okay, so I was banging on this. So this is not what's supposed to happen here. So this baby just came out of there, but we'll get it out. A lot of oil in there, and now I can put an air hammer and kind of put a chisel here, turn it back and forth, and it should come out. But gonna have to get the camera out of the way because I need space and clearance here. So I've been banging on this guy. So I got my chisel in there, and there it goes. So you can't, what I was doing, I was on the angle, I was tipping it, and it came out. Once it came out, I put it in between. You can't bang on this, okay, because if you damage this, your new bearing is gonna sit crooked. Anyways, there it is. The race in the back is magnetic. It's got to be facing backwards. So remember, we got a new hub and a new bearing, so we're gonna compress in. I'm gonna recommend a new axle to the customer, but meanwhile, let me clean this area up nice and clean, and then we'll come back. Okay, we're ready to compress this bearing. So here's my bearing compressor. So it's very simple and easy. Let me just fix my light up a bit so we can see it better. That looks much better. So here's our hub with oil on it. I always like to put new stuff on, and there's the magnetic part. Make sure the surface down below is clean and flush. So this baby's gonna go in just like that. On the top here, I want to put something. It could be anything, okay? What I'm gonna use is this little guy right here, because it's gonna sit on the race, on the edge of it, not in the center, because the center can be compressed. It won't be compressed, but you don't want to take that chance. So let me lock up my machine. So this thing should go in very smooth, okay? Another way you can't go wrong, because this is the portion that sits in the hub, in the spindle. So you can't go wrong. And this thing should be very simple. A lot of people can do it with a bolt, but as a mechanic, I do it the right way, and it's in. And this was very easy compared to all the vehicles that I work on. And there it is. It's not rubbing, it's not grinding, no nothing, and it's compressed in. And that's how you're gonna do it for the Audi. It's nice and flush. Can't go any further, not onto the vehicle. So I'm gonna just get this in, show you guys how to get it in. After that, just use the reverse procedure. So here we are, time to reverse procedure. So I'm only gonna show you how to get it in there. After that, you're gonna reverse the whole procedure. So it's cleaned up and it's greased up, and make sure you get all the bolts in there. And I like to put the bolts in first. The reason is so the bearing can align. Sometimes your bearing won't even align, and there it is, meaning the top could be different than the bottom, but I doubt it. So anyway, here's our new bearing. So what you want to do is grab that axle, and what I like to do here is I just want this bearing to sit where it's supposed to sit at, and let's catch a few threads of each bolt, and that way we know this thing is sitting properly. If the bolts don't line, then it's wrong, it's sitting wrong. And there you go. So this is pretty much good to go. Got one left, and then I'm going to end the video, because the reverse procedure is to tighten these. There you go. So tighten these, make sure nice and tight, rotor on, the screw if you saved it, caliper on, tighten it, everything got to be in, brakes got to be in, everything's got to be in. Lock up the axle bolt, make sure the axle's in, and let me just make sure axle does go in. There you go, it spins with it, perfect. So this thing is perfect. Anyways guys, thank you for watching my video. I'll show you once I'm done. So guys, job is well done. Make sure your axle bolt is nice and tight. Make sure the 4 bolts in the back, tighten the one in the top over here, then the bottom, crisscross them so the hub can go in straight. If you want to use a little bit of thread lock, do that. Right one is fine. ABS sensor is there, we never disconnected it. Our brake pads are in, so put one pin in and then get this clip, this retainer in. You're gonna have to turn it completely upside down so you can slip it in, then push it, hold it down, and get the second pin in. And all I'm doing here is hammer, nothing crazy, nothing fancy. like I said, I was gonna grease it up, but you really don't have to grease it up, because the fact here, if you grease it up, it's gonna probably move around, rattle, make noises. So make sure nothing is touching the rotor, and it's nice and smooth, perfect. Hub is nice and tight. Okay, there's no play here. I'm hearing the noise, but that might be just the rotor itself moving around. Anyways, I'm gonna remove my bungee cord here. Thank you for watching this video.